So in reality, we're not always going to be able to divide 1 by unit fractions. But the same thinking can apply regardless of what whole number you're using and what fraction. So I'm going to model a couple here for you using fraction strips. So I've laid out 4 wholes to represent this 4 here, and then we're going to use 2/5 to see how many groups of 2/5 or copies of 2/5 will fit into 4. So I'll drag one group out here, and then I'm just going to use my copy function. So there's one group of 2/5, 2 groups, 3 groups, 4 groups, 5 groups, 6 groups, 7 groups, 8 groups, 9 groups, 10 groups. So my answer to this question here, 4 divided by 2/5, is 10, because 10 groups of 2/5 fit into 4 wholes. So we can partition this off as well to help see it a little bit easier. So there's 1, so each group is the same size. Each group is exactly 2/5. See my answer really clearly here once I've got these dividers in. Just a couple more here. Awesome. So I've got once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, 8 times, 9 times, 10 times. Now let's take another look at a different question. Let's look at 3 divided by 2/3. How many times is 2/3 going to fit into 3? So I've got my 3 wholes laid out, and now I'm going to be pulling groups of 2/3. So I've got 1 group of 2/3, 2 groups of 2/3, 3 groups, 4 groups. So right now I'm at 4 groups, but notice here, I'm not going to be able to fit another full group of 2/3. If I do that, I have too much. So I'm only able to fit in 4 whole groups of 2/3. So again, here, maybe this is quicker. This is 1 group. This is 2 groups. This is 3 groups. This is 4 groups. Now here's the tricky part. We were able to fit in a half of a group of 2/3. 1/3 is 1/2 of 2/3. So my answer here is not 4 and 1/3, because we're thinking about our answer in how many times. It's 4 whole times and then a half. So my answer to this one is actually 4 and 1/2.